Captain's Log Supplemental. I'm not really sure about these quote-unquote franchise opportunities that we've been opening up on some of our ships. In general, I think it's a bad look. And I know we're not actually using money, but I don't know. There's some kind of weird privilege that goes on when you have, branded food and hangout spots on some of the ships. Well, I wasn't a fan until the Hopper got a Quarks Bucks. Oh man, these Racticino lattes are fucking amazing, and I hope we never get rid of them.
Welcome back, everybody, to Captain's Log Supplemental. As always, I am joined by co-hosts Rob and Stanford.
Hey there.
Hello. And producer Mariah.
Hi there.
For the uninitiated, we are a Star Trek Rewatch podcast cruising through all of the Star Trek episodes in chronological order. How are we all doing today?
Do you want to tell everybody what your name is, or?
Oh yeah, I'm Chris. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
So, if about like, I don't know, 4 hours ago, y'all felt like an inexplicable pang of jealousy, like rock through you, it's because I made dinner that fucked tonight. Like, I made a Moroccan stew. I made my own naan to kind of like go with it. Holy fuck, man. I rocked dinner.
Look, I understand. Fresh naan slaps. Like,
and like
can't.
I needed to roll it a little thinner, so it was a little like puffy, but like
no.
Oh, it was
Fine.
good. It was good.
Oh my gosh, so good. I made some shakshuka the other day, which was very good.
I'm gonna make shakshuka with the leftover stew tomorrow for breakfast.
Nice.
Oh my god, I was literally just saying to Brian, like, if I make shakshuka out of this, will you eat some with me?
It's so good. Yeah, like I like to add a little beans and like some goat cheese to it. Oh, so nice.
We don't have any goat cheese. We do have some blue cheese, but I don't know if that'd be the right profile.
Yeah, a nice creamy cheese is good for it.
Yeah, feta is a good in a
Feta's
pinch.
Good.
Yeah,
feta's definitely good.
In fact, because actually, Mariah, you don't care for goat cheese, correct?
No, I don't like goat cheese.
Yeah. But regular like sheep's feta is good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's funny because we would have he wanted to make this breakfast for Wednesday, but he's going to have to make it tomorrow
tomorrow.
Because our son has got his heart set on going to get bagels from the local bagel shop. We discovered that it's just like a New York bagel. And so now our bougie little baby is like, I want to go get bagels.
Oh, shit.
That's amazing.
He only does New York style bagels from the local bagel shop here in town.
He's got his priorities right. You know,
Although he's been
no
getting,
fake bagels.
He's been getting just like an everything bagel, nothing on it. It's like, what the fuck, man?
A little serial killer, but I'll accept it. I mean,
well, the first time we went there, I don't know if we talked about this before, but the first time we went there, I took my friend Amy because she loves bagels, and she always gets New York bagels when they go in to New York. And I was like, I found this place. It's just a local. It's called Everything Bagel, and it's like you're transported into a New York bagel shop. And like took Liam with us, and Liam just wanted a bowl of eggs, just scrambled eggs.
Just some scrambled fucking eggs,
omelet. And I was like, can I get just a omelet? And they're like, you mean you just want eggs in a bowl? Like, the guy was like, are you kidding me? So it was embarrassing.
No, sir, I am not kidding you.
So living in the middle of Missouri, believe it or not a huge Jewish community here.
What?
So not a lot of good bagel shops. There's one that opened a couple of years ago that is quite good called Goldie's. They do a nice bagel and lox, and oof, man, I get down on some bagels and lox.
Fuck, dude, lox. Oh man,
that's another one. You've got like 2 more left.
I call so my stepdad. I call lox Jew sushi or juicy. It is so fucking good. I love lox so much.
One more.
You shut your fucking mouth, bitch.
That's it. You're done.
That's it. You're done.
We're bleeping the rest of them out.
Oh man.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
This place is great, Chris, because it's like you can see into the room where they're making the bagels, and I saw the like little bagel conveyor belt where they like
nice.
put this huge slab of dough, and it comes out little bagels. Like,
Amazing.
On the other side, it's so cool.
Good stuff.
Dude, when we were in Montana, there was one place that made good bagels and it shut down.
Oh, that's a crime.
Awful.
Yeah. That's the real reason we moved back to Pennsylvania.
Oh man, and fucking like when I get like a bagel too, it's like yeah, give me some cream cheese. It's like, oh, you mean you want an entire 8-ounce brick of cream cheese sandwiched between two pieces of bagel?
So that's like there is a specific reason for that, and I remember seeing it in a documentary one time, and I forget what that specific reason is, but like that's not like just like a thing that happened for no reason.
It like definitely is a thing that started happening. Like I feel like it didn't used to be that way, and now
No, it's very like that's been around since like the 40s, I think.
Apparently, you're supposed to ask for a schmear if you don't want a lot.
No, I thought the schmear was a lot.
Schmear is okay. So schmear is the Yiddish word for like a spread or like a sauce.
Right. Anyway, bagels are delicious.
Fucking
no
delicious.
Notes.
Yeah.
Minor note here: Go Birds! Going to the Super Bowl. Just gotta throw
my
that in
God.
there.
Ugh.
I know you're not a sports ball fan, but just gotta throw that in there. Coming off this nice NFC Championship win, so go Birds!
Hey! The Eagles are proof that Philadelphia can occasionally spell things.
It's a valid point.
It's a real communal practice. All right, everyone, here we go. Get ready.
Last story about the Eagles. I'm graduating from physical therapy school, getting my doctorate, and my stepfather had a keychain that someone got for him for Christmas. That's like a beer bottle opener, which is funny because man doesn't drink beer, and anytime you open a beer bottle, it plays the Eagles song.
Nice.
And the whole thing, and it doesn't stop till it's done. And that thing goes off during my graduation ceremony.
Oh my God.
And he just sat there and pretended it wasn't him.
Pretended that the MIDI version of Fly Eagles Fly was not coming out of his fucking pocket.
At least 60% of that audience was on board with that, so it's fine.
Yeah. I'm surprised they all didn't start spelling.
Yeah. They were like holding their hands up where they got Eagles like written on their knuckles so they can remember how to spell it.
Yep. All right. Well, so today we're going to talk about episode 16 of season 4 of Enterprise. Oh, by the way, please rate, subscribe, review, do all those things. Tell your friends. It is very important to us to help spread the podcast.
I was just about to give you shit for that.
I remembered. So episode 16, season 4 of Enterprise, Divergence. So we open up to.
I thought you said divergence, like
Divergence. Oh man. I mean, sort of, but so we open up with an Archer interrogation, the good old Archer interrogation, cold open. Archer explains the old, speed situation that the Enterprise is in to Reed. Apparently, Columbia is going to be dropping off Trip so he can fix the situation because Chief Engineer not going to be here long is very bad at his job.
How did Columbia catch up?
Yeah, that was also my question. Like, what are they doing to catch up? Because it's not like Enterprise was going slow.
No, they were going 5.2 or whatever. Like,
it's real easy. You see, Enterprise has to take a very wide turn, and Columbia takes a sharper turn.
I mean,
and
you're not wrong.
Just keep going until Columbia catches up.
I guess you're not wrong in terms of like warp travel isn't like straight lines, right? They can move around in there, but it didn't feel like the Columbia was supposed to be able to go that fast, anyways. Like the Enterprise was going that fast because of they were stressing the shit out of their ship. That was the whole point.
Right.
Well, they got those new plasma injectors.
Right.
Yeah. Well, luckily, Reed has experience transferring people at warp speed.
This is dumb. This is stupid.
Reed
is dumb as shit.
Reed gets the Monopoly get out of jail free card.
When this happened, I was like, wait, he's a transporter specialist? Like, why is the tactical officer in charge of the transporter? And then they show up in the freaking shuttle bay, and it's like, oh,
No,
This is
legit.
not what
Yeah,
I was
you can't
expecting.
Legit
transport.
jumping out a hole of a bottom
Yeah.
of a ship and going to the other
You
one.
can't transport while at warp. That's something that Reed said in dialogue, so therefore it's true.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, also, I had a note here. What a weird fucking establishing shot on
Oh
Captain
my god, that's my
Hernandez.
same exact note. I was like, what a really dumb camera zoom, because it like zooms through the ship
like,
and like
oh,
through
that's her
panels
nose
and
hairs.
stuff. It was so weird.
Yeah. So the two NXs. No, go ahead.
My next note is, oh man, they're gonna dock. Lol,
No, I was
dock.
gonna say,
Get it?
the two NXs prepare to have warp speed 6. So they're just gonna jump through a hole to the other ship, as I had mentioned earlier. You know, that's totally a safe and cool way to transport somebody from one ship to the other.
Man, Archer's like, all hands, brace for warp field contact. Like, what? Like, what's that?
Well, you see, when one warp bubble loves another warp bubble.
They do a special kind of
it shoots
kissing.
its tether directly into the docking
my
port
God.
of the other one.
Which, like, this plan was dumb.
Yeah, it was
But,
dumb.
like, the tether thing was also stupid. Like, why did he have to climb across? Just, like, have him grab it and get pulled across. What the fuck are we doing here?
Dude,
Yep.
my favorite part here is they're traveling at warp speed, right? Between two starships that are precariously close to each other. And the only thing holding Trip onto this stupid cable is a carabiner. A single carabiner.
Hey man, that's a future carabiner. I bet it doesn't
That's
even say
twice
not
as
for
strong.
climbing on it.
Yep. So anyway, Seaman Trip makes his way down/up the tether into Enterprise. It gets a little rocky, but he makes it as he narrowly dodges the entire tether system just being yanked out of Enterprise.
Maybe, and this is my literal note, maybe, and I'm just spitballing here, but maybe your tether's clamp should fail before the whole winch apparatus falls apart?
Nope.
Okay, now what do I know? I'm not an engineer.
You know what this scene did, like, remind me of, though? Do you remember, there's one starship class, I can't remember which one it is, that Starfleet uses later on that has 4 nacelles on the back of it.
The Constellation class, like the Stargazer?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like, we need more of those. Because, like, seeing the 4 nacelles, like, it looks really cool. The orientation is very fun.
Does it, though?
I was going to ask the same question in the same tone.
Oh my god, you guys are not fun.
Yeah,
you're
thinking
not
of
fun
if
people.
you're thinking of the one that Picard was on, that's the Constellation. They have a later version of it that also has 4 nacelles, and that's the Constellation 2 class.
So anyway, Trip's on board now. He says he needs to do a cold start. So basically, he just needs to reboot the warp engine at this point to fix things. Which, by the way, why couldn't he just tell somebody how to fucking do this?
No.
Like, from the other ship.
Well, the implication is that he is so fucking good at his job that, like, no one else could be talked through it and be able to do it inside 2 minutes. I have a different question.
Okay.
Once the warp drive was shut down, why didn't Columbia just slow them down and get them out of warp?
Because shut up.
Because, like, they were entirely under Columbia's control at that point. Just power down.
So anyway, Reed gets escorted back to the brig because he's still a criminal. He did his job though. Trip is cranky about the state of the warp engine and blah blah blah. Columbia is going to let Enterprise into its warp field while they do the shutdown.
My note is, they're sharing a bubble. This is how they make new NX class ships.
No, that was the last scene. That's remember Seaman Trip going into.
Oh yeah, well this is the post-coital cuddle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, aftercare is important. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's got to be happy.
Yeah. So Trip starts the restart as engineering gets very sparky.
Trip yells, "Everyone get away from the bulkheads!" And T'Pol immediately pushes an extra into a bulkhead next to her.
Like, I will say though, this whole scene probably the most exciting, like, non-combat scene in the entire show so far.
So yes, there was plenty of tension building, a lot of
pacing,
countdowns,
yeah.
and some techno babble going on, but Trip does manage to get the job done. He reboots the system, everything's fine.
We once again remember that Archer and Hernandez have no fucking chemistry whatsoever.
Very accurate. Yeah, we cut to the Klingons down in the colony. Phlox is apparently not in good shape after getting roughed up by the general Klingon guy. The Klingon doctor says Phlox found something to help stop the plague and not create augments. Says there might be some minor physical changes in neural reordering. So
basically, he stops the virus at the part where it turns you into Jason Momoa, but none of the like, smarts and the strength.
Right.
And stuff, yeah.
So this is the retconning coming in. The Klingon guy says he's on board with not making augments, but they'll die honorably because they fail. Which is totally cool and not a problem at all with Phlox.
Yay, Klingons.
Yep. Archer, while on Enterprise, found the comm logs with the Section 31 guy and confronts Reed about it. Angry Archer is angry.
Man, and the Makos are like roughing Reed up in a weird way. I find like the acting here to be kind of insane because like I know that Reed's like theoretically an issue or whatever, but like no one's gonna suddenly start treating him like he's like a fucking prisoner of war.
Right.
Like he's just a guy.
Yep. So
and Bakula does a shit job acting.
Well,
and Reed's lines are terrible here.
Both, yes, yeah. Archer, like Bakula is never good at like angry acting. He just looks like he's trying to be angry.
Right.
Which is unfortunate because like there's definitely a good scene if it's acted well, I think here.
Reed needed better lines though. His lines
also that, yes, or if there was good dialogue.
Like I think a cry little baby.
I think the confrontation at its base is a good story point. It just wasn't executed well.
Sure. I mean, it is Section 31, so it's already stupid, but like, be that as it may, it was fine. Yeah. Right,
but so Archer tells Reed to, Reed says, "Well, I can't help you. Well, get me to somebody who can." So he convinces Reed to send a message to Harris, the Section 31 guy, so Archer can talk to him. We go to the colony where the Klingon doc and Phlox are talking about their families. There's some back and forth here, some weird, denobulan sex stuff.
I like how we have the Klingon is like our entire race is full of warriors, but we hate medics. Like, what the fuck?
Very dumb, yes.
Because I'll tell you one thing that soldiers don't hate. It's a fucking medic.
Yeah. Where is it? The doc admits that the plague is all his fault. He was the one who made the mistake that ended up having the plague mutate and cause this virus outbreak. Meanwhile, the augment Klingons go to talk to General Guy, and the woman augment Klingon is very rude to the general. He's like, "Well, we disabled them or we destroyed them, even though they have no idea if they actually destroyed them or not." And the general's like, "My son was there. What happened to him?" "Well, the humans fucked him up." "Did he die honorably?" "I mean, he lost to humans, so
let's go with no."
That was basically her line.
Like, it's kind of weird here that the augments are so derisive about humans when they themselves now have human DNA in them.
Right. Which, by the way, for Klingons being augmented, the worst augmented we've seen so far.
There's a couple times where I'm like, aren't they supposed to be like genetically super smart or some shit? Because these are the stupidest fucking people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes. So the general goes to see Phlox in the dock. Phlox tells him he needs an hour to fix it.
The general's like, "I need details," and Phlox goes into details. He's like, no, stupid details for stupid people like me.
I'm an idiot.
Those
Talk to me like I'm an
details.
idiot. Yeah. Then the general talks to his superior, who is also an idiot, and says if they succeed before the fleet gets there in 3 days, they'll be spared. So they got a 3-day timer here at this point.
A 3-day timer that we get no bearing on until it's done.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It was you have 3 days, and
then later we had 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Trip questions Archer about what's going on with Reed. He's like, "Oh, what's going on? Why is he in prison?" Archer's like, "Yeah, I'll tell you about it later. Don't worry."
And Archer's like, can Kilby handle the issues done in engineering? And Trip gives him this like really weary sigh. Like, Kilby's such a fuck up.
Fucking
like,
goddamn fucking Kilby.
like,
This is why I'm here. Fucking
didn't
Kilby.
Trip say Kilby should be chief engineer? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Clearly, Reed is not good at picking replacements because
Trip?
chief engineer not going to be here very long.
Yeah.
Not going to be there very long.
Shit'll be.
Mm-hmm. So Paul decides to take a little walk with Trip, and they make some small talk. It's very awkward as they both refuse to admit that they still have feelings for each other.
Trip is being kind of a dick, though.
I mean, yes. However, they're both trying to pretend that they don't like each other.
It is weird that T'Pol's like, are you enjoying your time? Have you been enjoying your time on Columbia? When he's been there for like 36 hours?
Right, like not long at all.
Like he still hasn't swapped his patch out.
Mm-hmm. The Klingon general goes to see Phlox and is cranky, as Klingons tend to be. We get some backstory on the Klingon augments here, which isn't very important to the story. Reed on Enterprise has a nice conversation about philosophical differences with the captured Klingon augment, which, once again, not very important to the story.
Yeah, Reed was completely useless here.
Mm-hmm. Back on the Klingon colony, the augments are not doing well. They're very sick, kind of bedridden at this point. We get some more retconning here, kind of referencing the mental differences between the Klingon augments being cowards and fear and all that. Back on Enterprise, Archer sits with the goodest boy in Starfleet.
Porthos!
Yep, when Section 31 dude calls back, they have a quick conversation where he warns Archer not to interfere with Phlox before he completes his assignment.
This guy's like, you have to understand, Captain, this is bigger than you. It's bigger than one ship and one captain. And I'm like, yeah, there's 2 ships and 2 captains. They're like right here, man. Like,
that's twice as many people. Back on the colony, Phlox has finished the cure, sort of. He needs to test 4 possible cures, which will take. It'll take a couple weeks. However, if he's got like 4 people he can infect with it, then he'll definitely get a result a lot faster.
Yeah.
Which he's not in favor of, but the Klingons are like, then do it, dipwad. Like, what the fuck?
Like, he's like, if I had, I don't want to do this, guys. But like, if I had 4 people to infect.
It'll take me weeks. It's like, oh, is there no way to speed that? I was like, well, I mean, like, this is crazy. But if I just had 4 perfectly healthy people, like, in the room with me right now, I can get this done in an hour, but 3 of them will probably die. And the Klingons all have the same look, which is like, dude, we're right here.
That.
Just do it. Like, what the fuck?
Like, I want to go on record here saying I don't want to do this. However, if you do this, this, and this, I will get you a cure immediately.
It's like, I don't know where you're going to find four healthy people that I could test this on. It's ridiculous. I don't even know why I brought it up.
So anyway, there's 4 Klingons there, and hey, solution reached. Archer talks to Reed back on Enterprise about his Section 31 past. Archer shows Reed the evidence of the human augment stuff that Reed didn't know about, that the Klingons are using. Says Reed needs to choose where his loyalties lie. Reed tells Archer about the Kovat colony at this point.
He's like, I don't know where Phlox is. I mean, I guess I know where this genetics facility is. Should I tell you about? Nah, that's stupid. That's a dumb idea. I'm sorry, Captain. I don't know where he is. Like.
Yep. So Reed, at this point, I guess, gets his position back on the bridge because, he didn't do anything bad at all, so it's fine.
In what world? In what world is he going to be welcomed back onto this bridge?
I mean, the Makos have been tripping him in the hallway just on purpose, so I don't even know what.
No, like, he's walking ahead of him, and then he's, like, kicking his back foot as he walks,
Yeah, they're doing flat tires and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're like, here, hold this pile of books, and then they dump them and steal his lunch money.
Back on the Klingon colony, Phlox tries to convince the general of the folly of augments while administering the cure.
As much as Klingons are stupid as shit, this Klingon's like, will alcohol fuck with your test? And Phlox is like, no. He's like, we're going to get fucked up.
Respect on this. No notes. Right way to go about it.
Klingons, what the hell?
I love that they administer vaccines directly to the neck.
That's Star Trek.
Well, it's right to your brain, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not through the forehead like the fucking lizard.
Dude, it was like in his throat. Like he like lifts his chin up,
Yeah.
and then Phlox just jabs him directly into the
That's
throat. He's like, here, have this vaccine.
That's where their blood goes, through their throat.
Oh, yeah, it's there's no carotid. It's just like the Klingon like carotid. So
they got
like
like 16 different veins heading up there in case they get one slashed by their own dumb weapons.
Mm-hmm. They're very pointy.
Yeah, like as soon as the Klingons invented the bat lift, they had to evolutionarily like mishandle mistakes with that stupid weapon.
Mm-hmm. So back on Enterprise, Archer tries to get the coordinates of the medical facility from the captured guy, or Klingon/augment dude, who is in sickbay, not doing well. And I guess he's successful.
Yeah, that was a weird, like, give me the coordinates. No, yes. And then, like, the next scene is like, I guess they got them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, because, like they could probably just use their sensors to find him. Probably, like, search for a denobulin, and there it is.
But also, like, didn't Reed tell them where to go? I don't understand this scene.
Anyway, on the colony, unsurprisingly, the 2 Klingon red shirts are now dead, or going to be shortly dead. And the doc is like, no, it's either me or the general. And Phlox is like, sucks for you, bro.
Okay, hold on. Too. Got a question. Real quick question. All right. Let me talk about the prognosis, the pathology here, okay? Mm-hmm. Phlox administers 4 different things that are slightly different, knowing that one is the cure and the other 3 will probably not work out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 people die. The 3rd person is fine because he got the right one. The 4th person, Phlox can tell got the wrong one with a 2-second scan and was able to save him. Could he not, like, plan to scan all of them and save all of them? Because it took 2 seconds.
You forgot. Those guys don't matter.
God damn it.
You have to remember, Phlox is also a member of Section 31 and is trying to kill all of the Klingons.
Nah, see, that's not true. Because Section 31, while stupid, does stick to the same body of stupid ethics, where Phlox is all over the goddamn place in terms of his ethical decisions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So next scene, my note here was, lol, ew, dude, don't eat like that.
I said, what a weird way to eat Twizzlers.
This is General Krell, like just mouth sexing some gawk.
He's like, glub, glub, glub. Yeah, and it's not a real worm, so like he's clearly wiggling it to make it look like it's alive as he's putting it down his fucking gullet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he has a quick chat with what's his face, Harris from Section 31.
Yeah, apparently Section 31 is talking to the fucking Klingons too.
Unsurprisingly, the Klingons like, well, I got what I need, so
piss off.
No. He's like, I'm gonna blow up Enterprise. Archer shows up on the colony with no in-between scenes, which was very disorienting.
Archer just comes into the fucking room. I was like, oh shit, here he is.
Yeah. Yep. With the Klingon prisoner, by the way, no other support personnel here whatsoever.
No, it's just him. He's good.
Just Archer and
no
the
Mako's nothing. Nope, just Archer and this one Klingon.
We have a quick face-off between Archer and the General. I guess General's on board at this point because his son's there, and the General Krell ships at this point show up in orbit. Krell has a conversation with Archer and tells him...
Oh, that's why I'm getting confused. The General's down the planet.
Admiral.
Yeah. Yes, Admiral.
Yeah, Admiral Krell. Krell talks to Archer and tells him he's about to get toasted down on the surface.
Archer tells Phlox to talk to Krell, and Phlox is like, mind if I try, Captain? Hello, Admiral Krell! Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Krell's like, he's like, well, tell him about we got the cure for the virus. And Krell's like, yeah, I don't care.
I don't care. Hold on one second. Hey, Krog. Hey, do we care? No, we don't care.
Yeah. He talks to his, like, Snaggletooth in between then. He's like, Snaggletooth, do we care about this? Krell Snaggletooth is like, nah, we good. Just
Krell does have quite the Snaggletooth.
So anyway, Snaggletooth starts bombarding the colony. and Enterprise intercepts at this point. We get some fun CG ship combat.
My note is, this is all very exciting.
Yeah. On the colony, Phlox says he still needs several hours to fix this.
Or
and
another time where Phlox is like, or I guess, like, if I had to, I could do it faster if I pumped, like, a human full of this virus. I don't know where I'm going to find a human. It's ridiculous. So I don't even know why I'm breaking it up.
Yeah. Totally, yeah. So, yeah, where was I? Snaggletooth. Yep. Okay. So yeah, Archer volunteers as a host to help finish the cure because that's faster, I guess. Columbia, meanwhile, disables one of the Klingon ships, which doesn't really have any bearing on this at all.
No, the space fighting was just to fill time, and it was fine.
It was fine. It was
Star
fine.
Trek shit, but like there was no like plot to it. It was just kind of there.
Yep. Enterprise can't break through the shields of the Klingon battle cruiser that's bombarding.
Why was Columbia able to break through the shields of the other one?
Well, they were different ones. They were different class ships, I guess, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
So yeah, because like there's the battle cruiser, and then there's some like generic-ish bird of prey ships were the other two, I guess.
I thought they were like the Raptor thing, like the one they pulled out of the gas giant.
Anyway, they reestablish comms. Enterprise reestablishes communications with the surface. While Archer is having a bad time, he's just grunting in the chair.
Yeah, and Phlox is like, "It's working." And I'm like, "Oh, it's working? Is that what Bakula's acting is supposed to be showing me right now?" Because he's just kind of writhing weird.
You should have gotten an Emmy for that performance.
So to buy them time, T'Pol says, "Get in the way of the bombarding ship," which seems like a very bad idea. And Archer continues to act weird on the surface.
He gets some forehead ridges.
He does, yeah. My note here was, lol, head ridges at Archer are silly.
Which also, like, why does he get forehead ridges?
Yeah, I don't...
That is a great question.
Because, the virus was turning them human.
Yeah, like...
It wasn't like you're like, inverting their species, right? Like, the opposite of human is not Klingon.
It's not a flip-flop. Yeah, no.
So we get, Columbia has lost its weapons at this point, so it's doing bad. Archer continues to thrash, but it's like, Phlox is like, I've got it. I've got the cure because Archer did the thing. It's fine now. So Phlox has, at this point, Phlox is like, I'm going to transport this virus to
I've got
ship.
a very ethical doctor decision to make here. Yeah. I'm going to go infect an entire fucking ship full of people with this.
So if they ever, do a reboot of the original series after they finish with Strange New Worlds, they need to make Phlox, a supervillain.
He'd be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, he transports this canister of virus to the ship and calls what's his face? What's his name?
Admiral
Krell. Calls Krell and says, stop firing on us or I'm not going to cure you. And Krell acquiesces to his request, and everything's fine now. He agrees, and the cure will be, distributed throughout the Empire at this point. Yay. We cut to a scene in the Enterprise's sickbay where the Klingon doctor looks more human now.
He looks ridiculous. My note is that he looks fucking ridiculous.
Well, he's human.
He's human from the eyebrows up. Everything else is still
facial
Klingon
hair
face
and
shit.
eyebrows and Klingon. Yeah.
He's
like, well, maybe I'll pursue cradle reconstruction now.
I suspect that might be very big soon.
Just silly. Archer says at this point he craves Gok, but that should go away.
I was so worried that he was going to start spontaneously speaking Klingon, and I was going to be so fucking mad.
At this point, the no chemistry Hernandez says goodbye to Archer. Says, blah, you can't get away with my engineer, blah, blah, blah. It's fine. He's going to stay there. Because the ship's going to stick around for a bit to help with the repairs. I'm sure that won't be a permanent thing at all, whatsoever.
I'm going to be honest, there ain't that many episodes left where Trip even survives. So,
don't spoil it. Oh,
Rob knows.
Then we finish with a...
Wait, what? He dies?
What?
Oh, God. So Reed gets some communication in his quarters from Harris. Harris is like, you did a great, good job, Reed. Reed's like, Yep, fuck off. And then end of episode.
I'm disappointed at the ending of this story.
So, okay, all right. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, where 0 is threshold, where are we at?
I kind of like, I had it at like a 3, but I may go down to a 2. Like, it was just kind of a letdown. Like, the primary story that was built up pretty well in the first one just kind of like got hand wave resolved very quickly and easily. And then, like, they wasted so much screen time on just, like, some pew-pewing, which is fine, I guess. My Act 3 notes are 3 entire bullet points, like, because there's just not a lot going on. So, I don't know. I might be down to a 2.
Just like last week, I gave this a 2. I was unimpressed.
Okay. No further explanation?
It was...
Rob continues to be disappointed.
Like, yeah, like, it was just disappointing. That it didn't, like, nothing held up to, like, any logic when you go back and look at why they acted in any particular way. The stuff with Reed in Section 31 is just ridiculous. The fact that Archer let him back on the bridge after he just, like, blatantly was acting against the best interest of the crew, like, as the tactical officer, crazy. Like, you just gave him all of the guns.
Okay. So for this one, like, at the beginning of the episode, like, I liked the pacing, I liked where the story was going. I'd started at a 4, but then, like, as you said, they just kind of hand wave the end quite a bit. It's like, and everything's fine. So I wasn't quite at a 2 because I didn't think it was bad enough to be down to a 2. So I think I'm at a 3 again for this one.
I think I'm only bringing it down to a 2 because it's so, like, I feel like yeah, I actually enjoyed last time's episode well enough to give it a 4.
Yeah.
That, like, them fucking dropping the ball in the last, like, half of the story, I was like, oh man, like, you almost had something that was pretty good, and then you fucked it all up.
Yeah, understandable. Yep, I get it. Well, with that said, when we get back, we will do a little dive. Welcome back, everybody. All right, so this episode had quite a bit of, Section 31 in it, as the last one did. So I thought it would be a good time to since the movie Section 31, the Star Trek movie Section 31 has come out. Yep. I figured it would be a good time to kind of, see where everybody is at on it.
None of us have seen it yet. I think like, it sounds like we are going to watch it next week. Mariah also wants to watch it, so I think next Sunday I'll stream it to all of us and we'll watch it together.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so we'll all watch together. However, so just go into old Rotten Tomatoes. It's at just a sterling 23% on the Tomatoes.
Oh God!
Oh shit!
Which is critics. Do you want to guess where the popcorn meter is at? Which is user reviews.
20 some odd was critics.
Was critics, yes.
Popcorn's got to be less.
It is, yes.
Yeah, like 18.
Wow.
Oh, ding, 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 right on the nose, 18%.
Yes. Fuck yeah, I'm good at this game.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so not the greatest reviews right now. So I wanted to go into a few of them, of the critic reviews, and kind of see where we're at right here. So, Variety.
It's like, not even Michelle Yeoh can save this fucking nightmare.
Is pretty much the common sentiment, yes. So Variety stated a spin-off for Michelle Yeoh's character from the Discovery series, whose frequent director, Olatunde Osunsanmi, again takes the reins here. This superficially diverting tangent is too convoluted and tonally wobbly to leave a lasting impression. Given a fairly hostile initial fan base reaction to the release on Paramount Plus, it may also stray too far from the hitherto consistent core elements to warrant any follow-up. So, for those that don't know, this Section 31, this movie, originally started as a idea for a series, like a spin-off series, and not a movie.
Which, to be clear, would have also been a bad thing.
Yes, I agree. I 100% agree. But, however, because of that, it apparently just from when I was looking at the reviews, it apparently got into a point where there's just too many things going on, I guess. Because the next one I looked at, which was Telltale TV, stated tonally, the film is all over the place. It can't decide what it wants to be. Is it a comedy, a drama, a thought-provoking deep dive into Giorgio's trauma with spy thriller elements? The movie messily tries to balance multiple genres without really mastering any of them. I agree. However, there is, I think, a
yeah, that is a thing that has been plaguing some of these, because this has been happening more and more lately, as streaming services are like, we're going to make a show, and then they're like, oh, we don't know if we can do a show, so they switch it to a movie or whatever. But like, yeah, that makes sense that like a TV show switched to a movie, the movie's going to have too many things going on, especially tonally and stuff, because you can make different episodes of a TV show have different tones and it'll be fine. But if you're trying to do that all in one movie, it doesn't generally work out.
Right. So this one, like, not all of them had like ratings, so to speak, but this one gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Oof.
Moving on to the LA Times, they said it's a bit of a tonal mismatch. You tend to see a kind of a theme here.
A bit of a total mismatch.
Tonal.
Oh, tonal. Oh,
yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Comedy and tragedy customarily share space in Star Trek. For the most part, the comedy, which does come out of the characters, works better than the tragedy, which feels imposed upon them. The series might have been something of a romp once it got going. However, the film, for what it was, for that is what we have, is diverting, if sometimes frustrating. Yo is, as ever, wonderful in whatever mode she's required to play. She's just fun to watch. So this one had a little bit of a more positive tone to it, although even saying that, it was definitely pointing out.
More conciliatory, yeah.
Right. It's like, Yo's good, but it's kind of shit. That was kind of the same way with this next one, which was from The Wrap, which said, so it should serve as a pleasant surprise that Star Trek Section 31 arrives full of nuance and charm. It's a simple but effective premise. Despite its title, the film is barely about Section 31. The division being more of a plot device to get all these characters together and on mission. My only critique is that I wish this was a series as originally intended, as I would love to spend more time with these characters.
Wow, I really want to know what nuance this reviewer found in this movie, because I haven't seen it, but like based on the general vibe and the trailer, like there doesn't feel like there's a lot of nuance.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's probably like they probably shoehorned a bunch of things where like that they tried to do, and like you can tell it could be there if it was given more room to breathe, but It's a movie. So, yeah. The San Francisco Chronicle said it's difficult to pinpoint precisely who Star Trek Section 31 is aimed at. The first Trek film since 2016, Star Trek Beyond, feels less like an inspired return to the future frontier and more like a patchwork product of corporate calculus. On one hand, it's so woven into the labyrinthine mythology of the venerable franchise's 59-year history as to be impenetrable to anyone not steeped in its minutiae. On the other, its cynical tonal shift and negligible engagement with the aspirational elements of Star Trek will leave longtime fans scratching their heads, if not outright alienated. They scored it a 1 of 4.
That's funny. That's just like it's too Star Trek-y for non-Star Trek people, but it's not Star Trek-y enough for Star Trek people. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Finally, I have Empire Magazine's review, which says, Yo does her best with what's available, but with such a crowded call sheet, Giorgio all too often gets lost in the mix. Worse, hard-hitting prologue aside, her character feels horribly sanitized. Villainous edges sanded off. That's the Nazi elements you were speaking of. Giving way to an unforgivable blandness that soundly defangs one of the franchise's most consistently compelling anti-heroes. Yeah, like I don't... Okay, so aside here, I don't think Giorgio is an anti-hero. Like, I'm
not 100% sure on what that term is supposed to mean, because I feel like people use it in a lot of different ways.
I agree. I think anti-hero at its core is supposed to mean like they're the person you root for, even though they kind of suck.
Yeah, even though they're not heroic.
Like
So
they're not good people.
like the blonde Nazi lady in Andor.
Yeah.
Think more like well, no, Deadpool's not really a good example.
No, I think Deadpool's a good example.
All right, hold on. What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna look this up. Because, like, again, it's like, there's two terms, anti-hero and another one I don't remember, where, like, it gets used a lot, and I never know what people are trying to mean by it, because, like, it's like, are the Suicide Squad anti-heroes? They're just heroes, right? I don't know. All right, an anti-hero is a main character in a narrative who may lack some conventional hero qualities and attributes, such as idealism and morality. Although anti-heroes may sometimes perform actions that most of the audience considers morally correct, their reasons for doing so may not align with the audience's morality.
Yeah, that's a pretty good explanation. Well, I mean, so I think Suicide Squad's probably a good example of anti-heroes as well, because like they're built up to be doing the thing, you know, that's thought to be good, even though they're doing it because they're forced to, and their morals wouldn't align with the reason for doing that in the first place.
Right.
Anyway, the Empire Magazine review finished out. Given this pedigree, the results are disappointing, if not entirely surprising. Section 31 began life as a series in its own right before scheduling and a pandemic got in the way. Retooled as a movie from episode scripts, it ends up feeling neither one nor the other. A bland comedy spacecapade stuck between two strange new worlds. Haha, nice turn of phrase. So yeah, even like the good reviews are like, I mean, there's some good stuff to
It's
it.
like, I mean, also, I guess it's bland.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch it. We are
gonna watch it. I have to decide if we're going to do like a watch along kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But we will definitely watch it and render our opinions in some kind of episode in the next couple of weeks. Even though it is out of chronological order, which means that when we get there, we will probably have to watch it again. But yes, we will. This is the first Lower Decks new Star Wars content. Star Wars Trek content that has come out since we've started doing this podcast. So like,
no, we had some of a second season of Strange New Worlds.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess. But Anyways,
so
we'll have an episode about it.
Yep. And no matter how bad it is, we will talk about it. When we come back, we will have some.
Oh wait,
some nice
wait.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of watching shit, Mariah and I started Silo.
It's so good.
Yeah, well, because like Apple had like on Amazon, Apple's like, you want a 7-day free trial? It's like, shit, we got so many things to watch in the next 7 days. So we did watch the first 2 episodes of Silo. We're enjoying it so far. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good show. All right, when we come back, some potpourri from Rob.
Welcome back, everybody. For this week's potpourri, we are going to be playing some Star Trek Enterprise Would You Rather.
Oh boy.
So yeah, you will both be presented with 2 different options. You have to pick one. You could justify it however you would like to attempt to justify it. But
what if I don't want to pick one of them?
That's too bad.
Damn it.
All right. Okay. All right, number 1. Would you rather get pregnant and grow nipples on your arms?
Yes. I don't care what the other one is.
It doesn't matter. I want to do that. That sounds exciting.
Or have to live with a Vulcan Katra in your head for the rest of your life.
Yeah, the pregnant one, for sure.
Actually, hold on. I'm really codependent. Hold on. Do I, who's Katra?
Give me all them wrist nipples, okay?
It's random.
It's random shit. Nah, most Vulcans are douchebags. Yeah, I guess I'll take the wrist nipples.
Oh, man.
Rob's like, no, thank you.
Like, I'm thinking, like, it would be kind of fun to have somebody else in your head with you. Like, it could potentially be really... I guess it could potentially be really awful.
Like, with most of my being, I disagree with that.
I think if it was anyone but a Vulcan, maybe. Like, I don't know. I would definitely. I'd like you get the Cortanas and shit. Like I'd do that. That'd be fun. But like, I don't know,
like
man.
a Vulcan though.
A Vulcan though. Yeah, they're kind of assholes.
They'd be like, that's not logical, dickhead.
It's like, it'd be like a constant person in my brain that is judging me and racist as shit. Like,
yeah, it's easy choice here.
I like how you say that it's racist, but you are singling out a single race of beings that you don't want in your head.
yeah, because they're racist shitheads. Like,
what if they were Ferengi?
Oh God, even worse.
Ooh, yeah, no, they're capitalistic shitheads. No, like they're like I would take a Tellarite. That'd be fucking funny. I'd take a Klingon. I'd probably do an Andorian. Like I'll do a lot of things, but not someone who's going to be judgy.
It'd be cool to have Shran in your head. That would be fun. All right. Would you rather have to perform an apologetic dance and song involving a ceremonial chainsaw, or let your friends know that you were stripped, bound, and ditched by some shape-shifting aliens you mistook for a potential fling?
Look, I don't get how these are hard choices so far. I mean, I get to do a ceremonial dance with a chainsaw.
Oh,
okay?
man.
I get to do that.
I'm going to be honest. You said we can't take neither, but can we do both? Because I like the ceremonial dance is awesome, but also like what a great story to tell. These shapeshifters were hot as shit. Then they transformed. It's still admittedly kind of hot, but then we got tied up. It was crazy.
You know, in my head, I was like, here are two very embarrassing things that you would have to choose between.
Have you met either of us?
I'm doing both.
Like,
oh, man.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Would you rather suffer the having the single defining character trait of being a prankster or liking pineapples?
Ew, prankster.
Okay, this is your first good one, I think.
Pineapple's awful. Fuck pineapple.
I don't like pranks. I think
pranks are stupid.
I think most people who do pranks end up like pranks are mostly mean-spirited and only one person is laughing. Like I think there are some pranks where like everybody laughs, but like most of them are just a shitty thing to do to another person. So I would say the pineapple thing.
I saw a prank the other day that was incredible though, where like they were boarding an airplane. And the one guy printed off all the boarding passes and he gave his to his friend, but he printed his out on like a 3-foot by 4-foot poster. So
okay, that's funny.
He had to pull out this fucking poster so the ticket lady could scan it.
Oh
like, that's a funny prank.
That's funny. That's a good one, yes.
Wait, so which one are you picking, Stanford?
I will do pranks because pineapple's gross. I only like pineapple when it's cooked into like upside down cake or
pineapple is delicious, and you are wrong, but that's fine.
Pineapple stuffing?
Pineapple stuffing, pineapple upside down cake, and that is it.
Okay. All right. Would you rather get strung up by the cum monster or take a face shot from one of those insectoid Zindi babies?
God damn it! Again with the two enticing answers. Oh, Jesus Christ! I think I'll do cum monster because that sounds a little more consensual.
Yeah, I think because like if I get shot in the face by the Zindi babies, then I'm just like on their side, which I don't love.
Yeah, like I don't like the fact that I'm going to be very reasonably against baby stomping, but somehow that makes me an asshole. I'd rather just get jizzed up. Yeah,
just cum monster. Yep.
Just slather me with it.
All right. Would you rather have grapplers or tractor beams on your starship?
Tractor beams,
because grapplers,
while fun,
cool,
stupid,
are dumb and not as effective.
They're so fun.
Oh wait, hold on, stand by. They have not yet tractor beamed a nacelle off a bird of prey.
It's a valid point.
Right?
I'll still go with tractor beams, but
still gonna go with tractor beams because at least they look cool.
The grapplers look cool. You shut your mouth.
Do they though?
Yeah, they look kind of spindly and shitty when you look at them.
Oh my god, you guys are the worst. Would you rather get stuck in a shuttle pod for 3 days with overly British Reed or petulant Archer?
Oh god damn!
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh fuck!
So I think I had to go with Reed here because like Archer, I feel like would try to pull rank the whole time and be a dick about it.
I'm gonna have to go with Reed because somehow I feel like he doesn't smell as bad.
I mean, Archer is very hairy, and hair tends to hold on to sweat and stuff.
Plus, I'll just make fun of him for being British the whole time.
Sure, yeah, and pineapple apparently.
He's allowed to like what he likes. That's fine.
Would you rather have to decide which of two civilizations that share a planet go extinct, or decide if growing a short-lived clone of a crew member should be made to save the original crew member?
Oh. So I think you gotta go with the second one there, just from a numbers perspective.
Yeah.
Both suck. That's a good question.
Although I submit that your first one is kind of an adjustment of what actually happened, because it was not deciding which one went extinct. It was deciding whether or not one of them did. Because the other one was not in danger of going extinct.
Yeah, but it's his game, so shut up.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Shut up.
Just saying.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
I don't know. I might actually take the first one, because that is a decision I could make. If I had to make a decision, I would make that decision, as opposed to forcing someone to do something like that. Not my style.
Oh, all right.
You heard it here. Stanford wants to murder. He wants to genocide.
No. I said I could pick between two civilizations. You got to figure out which one's hotter.
Yeah, you could pick which one to genocide. It's fine. I get it.
So it was really funny. We were talking about the chemistry between these two earlier. But would you rather get wooed by Captain Archer or Captain Hernandez?
Oh, Hernandez.
Yeah. At least she can hold a fucking conversation.
Just no.
Archer, I do not find Scott Bakula attractive.
So much hair. He's got a sweater on underneath this.
And I don't know, his smirk isn't attractive. It's just obnoxious, and I don't know. He's just not a good looking guy to me.
See, I think he's a handsome looking guy.
Okay, I'm in between. I don't think he's unattractive, but I also don't think he's attractive.
He's not. Well, I do not find him attractive at all.
All right. I guess I'm outvoted then. That's how this works. All right, last one. Would you rather have to grow up in the Romulan Empire or the Terran Empire?
Oh, probably Romulan,
because I enjoy a good scheme.
Yeah,
I like a good scheme. Yeah,
Terrans are just straight murdery,
boasty power play bullshit. I don't care for that. A scheme though. Good scheming.
Yep.
Good scheme.
I feel like I could if I didn't want to take part in the schemes, I could probably farm and it'd be fine. I feel like in the Terran Empire, it's like your neighbor farmer would probably still stab you at some point.
I feel like if you're in the Romulan Empire and you decide not to scheme, that in and of itself is so schemy. They'd be we don't know what to do with this guy. It's his ploys are so excellent, we don't even know what they are. And you're just in the back playing solitaire or whatever. Oh yeah, definitely Romulan.
Yep.
All right.
I agree.
Plus cloaking is cool.
And they fly their ships with black holes.
And they get samurai swords and shit, because Star Trek doesn't know what to do. and shoulder pads?
They do have shoulder pads. They have vampire friends.
That's true. There was a line in Lower Decks. This is your resume is more padded than a Romulan uniform. I was that's amazing.
Oh, Lower Decks is so great. All right. Well, thank you both for playing. This was fun. As Chris mentioned at the top of the pod, please remember to like, review, share us with your friends, subscribe, do all the social media metric thingies because it helps us or something. I don't know. But anyway, have a nice week, everybody. We will catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to Captain's Log Supplemental. You can follow us on Twitter at PodCLS or send us hate mail at podcls3@gmail.com.